Welcome to Rook's Health. My name is Farouk, the host of the podcast. However, these videos I'm going to be making on the YouTube channel are actually geared towards healthcare individuals like myself who are coming from the international community and looking to carry on working in the UK. Now, what does that mean? For example, if you are a student that is coming from an international background, be it Nigeria, Malaysia, or any other country, and you've been studying in the UK and you're trying to get a job, you would already know that the process is vastly different from if you were just a whole home student. There are multiple steps you need to take. However, these videos will also be relevant to other people, such as people who are already professionals in their area, be it you're studying physiotherapy or another healthcare course or degree, or you're already working and you're looking to come and migrate into the UK, and you're trying to figure out how this whole application process is, because I promise you it's not a very straightforward process. There are little bits and bobs. I had help during my own process. Now, for full disclaimer, I'm a physiotherapist now. I did my undergrad here 3 years in the UK, and I then got a job here working in the UK, and to carry on for the next few years. However, it was not an easy process, I will be honest with you. There were loads of different steps, and without help, it would have been a nightmare completely. And I can imagine a lot of people have that same sentiment, where if you're doing this process alone, trying to figure out all the immigration documents, what do you need, how do you do it, how do you apply for a job, because there, as I said before, there are differences and they're quite significant as if you were not a home student. Now, as I said, these videos will be relevant if you are already a student in the UK, if you are a student abroad and you're trying to come into the UK to work and you have a degree in health. Now, my degree is in physiotherapy, and that's why I'm now working as a physiotherapist. However, the process is very similar for other healthcare professionals as well, but there are similarities. For example, occupational therapy is one of the skills shortage lists, which I'll be going into in different videos. So their process will be a bit different. However, this time right now is one of the best times to actually, migrate and come in, because as coronavirus has actually shown that there is high demand for healthcare workers all around the country, and the supply is not meeting that demand. And if you have noticed and you kept up with the news, which I have during my last year of application, there have been more favorable measures to take in place to promote the invitation of different healthcare workers. So it's actually a very good time if you're looking to, come and work as a physiotherapist, occupational therapist, or other healthcare professional. So I'll be going through this process, but there are a lot of things you need to know. And the honest hard truth is that it's not an easy process, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of jargon, there's a lot of different things you need to factor in so that your application can be successful. Now, I make no promises that it automatically will be. However, the things I will be going through on these videos and the interviews I do with a lot of different people will try and make that process a little bit easier, because, as I said, it will be very, very different and it can be very, very complex. And the hard truth is that there will be quite a few rejections, there will be quite a few disappointments. However, knowing the exact things to do will make that process a lot easier. But let's go over a few things that you probably should know and the things to expect coming from the later videos I'll be doing on the channel. One of the first things you need to know about is sponsorships. Which companies and which trusts and which employers sponsor your visa. This is the first step I think a lot of people need to understand, and this is what you should be looking for, because at the end of the day, I've had situations where I've gone through the whole interview process, I've gotten the job. However, due to that sponsorship and me not knowing on time, that has caused me to just basically, I would say in a sense, waste my time by not being able to actually get the job because of multiple reasons. And some cases, even though they do sponsor visas, they will not sponsor you depending on your healthcare profession. They might say, we only have enough to sponsor doctors, we don't have enough to sponsor physios, and it varies. But that is a very big topic which I'll be covering multiple ways on these videos. Another thing that you probably need to consider is the interview process. Now, largely the interview process will be very similar to a home student. However, there will be slight differences in the questions and the way you get answer those questions that you need to be aware of, which I will be going over again in this multiple videos I do. Now, the next set of things that you need to be very aware of is the immigration process. Now, this process is not one that is easy, and all I can do is give you my personal experience and draw from the experiences of other individuals who have gone through similar things, just to make this process a lot easier. Now, there's no doubt it's very complex, and there's a lot of things requirements, things you need to meet that will, make or break your whole immigration process trying to get through. However, again, this is a very good time to come through this process, because as again, there are a lot of friendly measures in place now to actually make this easier. But the question is, you need to know them in order to use them. Now let's talk about the financial part. This part is a very important one where you need to know the fees, you need to know the financial implications, you need to know what you have, what you don't have, and what you need to pay and what you don't need to pay at this time. Because again, very interesting, towards the towards the end of last year, a few things actually changed, and there are new visa classes that are geared towards health workers to make, as I said, to make things easier and to make things a bit less complex. However, if you don't know about these things, you will not be able to take full advantage of them, because they're actually very good programs and very good visa processes now for healthcare workers, because back to it again, there's a high demand for it due to the virus and the pandemic. So there are a lot of different things you can expect from this videos I'm going to be making. One of them is interviews with other people who have actually gone through similar processes. I've actually already reached out to quite a few, and they're more than happy to come on and share their experiences as to what went wrong, what they did right, just to make things a little bit easier for yourself. Another one is Q&A session. So I've already gotten a few questions on specific topics, like be it personal statements and job applications, sponsorships, where's the list, where all some of these informations, and I'll be pointing you in the right direction. For things that are very, a bit generic to everyone applying for a job, I will be doing those videos on PM First Steps, which you can find here on YouTube as well. So that is the other channel which I'll be putting more some videos on for more generic things. But however, for the specific things to international community like myself, I'll be putting them on the Rooks Health YouTube channel. And there will also be different style of videos. But if you have any particular topics you want me to cover while I'm going through the videos, you can just pop them in the comments or send me a message at Rookie or on Twitter or Instagram. I don't really mind either one, or at Rooks Health. Again, on Twitter or Instagram, I'll answer on either one. I'm quite flexible like that. But this process, I'm saying this process is not one that is very straightforward, and being honest, and without help, I probably would have struggled a bit. And the most important thing is no one ever wants to go through this process twice, because you want to make your application as good as it can be the first time, because the last thing you want is a rejection, because it creates a lot more problems, I'll be honest. So you want to nail it the first time. So again, if you have any particular questions, you can leave a comment or you can just send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to help in any way I can. But till the next video, I'll try and do these videos weekly as much as I can, covering different topics that I've already been asked. So I already have quite a few already, but till the next video, I'm Farouk.